How does it feel to be Tottenham? How does it feel to be small? You sold Bale, we signed Mesut Ozil. Mesut Ozil. Okay, that one's sold. We can't use that one anymore. The current one is Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Okay, we don't really batter them. So, Tottenham gets splattered everywhere they go. Tottenham gets splattered everywhere they go. Everywhere they go. Hey, yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Daaaft. Hope you're having a beautiful and fantastic day because it's a fantastic day of football because Arsenal slapped Tottenham Hotspurs 1-0 at their ground. This is the third time we've beat them. 3 games in a row at their ground. This has not been done since the 80s, in particular 1988. So basically, Mikel Arteta is creating another record against Tottenham. This fixture has also been the only derby. I don't know if it's the only one. This fixture has been a derby that has seen only one goalless draw in 51 years. That's how much we hate each other, that we must always do all it takes to win. And more often than not, you guessed it, Arsenal always get the win. And I don't know why Tottenham fans always still want to argue that North London is London is red. The entire London is red, right? The TFL logo is red. The London bus is red. What else do you want? Like red, 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 red. Red. Okay. Well, it was a beautiful game of football. It was a defensive masterclass from Mikel Arteta and the boys, and I was proud of them. There was no point in the game where I was biting my fingers. It was an intense game. It felt like a rugby game sometimes because of the amount of tackles that the Tottenham players were trying to I don't know, to like break our legs or something. But regardless, when it mattered the most, Bukayo Saka did his thing, crossed the ball, and Gabriel Maghalaés, the stone cold one, inherited some spirit from his Maasai ancestors. I don't know if he's a Maasai guy, but I'm running with it. He basically went into the atmosphere and the stratosphere and got in that and took the spirit of the Maasai people, jumped so high, hit the ball into the net, and we gave them 1-0. We splattered them, dashed their hopes, right? They did everything that they could. They huffed and puffed all the high lines and all of that, but we were so defensive. It was magnificent. Let's start with the starting 11, right? I'm only getting the buzz from the game, but there's a lot of buts inside. But anyway, let's go to some of the good parts before we get to the buts, right? Starting 11. It was a starting 11 that I anticipated, and I think that most Arsenal fans would have wanted. All the ones that are crying, "Oh, Ethan, when he reaches that," yeah, you're living in dream world, right? Arteta doesn't really play kids. He's going to start the experience, guys, and you need experienced players to be in this kind of fixture, in this kind of derby. Especially, they've been playing well. Yes, they're not getting the win, but they've been playing well. Today, they played well, or they thought they were playing well, but we're not getting the win. And we'll get into all of that. Starting 11, similar to what I expected, but the only difference was I was expecting Kai Havertz to come to midfield and Leandro Trossard to be up top. But Leandro Trossard was the one in the midfield and Kai Havertz was up top. They had a good game because they were all fluid, they were all free-flowing, free roaming and changing their positions from time to time. But more often than not, Trossard was in the midfield and Kai Havertz was doing his Kai Havertz things when he's playing the centre forward. However, I would say that Trossard was a bit wasteful. He was wasteful. Thomas Partey was also wasteful. Ben White, he was a bit shaky. Well, you can't have a perfect game all the time, but the good thing about the Arsenal team is that they're actually a team. They're not a group of individual players, right? So Saka was actually covering for Ben White from time to time. Saliba was there. Gabriel was there. When Thomas Partey was shaky, Gabriel, Saliba was there. Jorginho was there as well. I'm surprised at how slow Jorginho is because Thomas Partey felt like Theo Walcott next to Jorginho each time they were doing recovery runs. But the team were there for each other. Jurrien, magnificent. Timber had a fantastic game against Pedro Porro. The same Pedro Porro that Tottenham fans are saying is one of the best defenders in the league. I don't know where he was. Yes, Martinelli was wasteful. Yes, he did not really do anything, but he had lots of chances against Pedro Porro. They beat him many times. Jurrien Timber beat him many times. Like it was just a defensive masterclass, and they showed Ange Postecoglou with no clue how a team should play. But yeah, 1-0. I can't shout. I can't kill myself. It was it's not even smash and grab. We did what we needed to do. We are the away team, they're the home team, so they are supposed to actually come out and attack. We are supposed to sit back and defense and go on a counter attack. Unfortunately, we did not score a counter attacking goal, but we won. We beat them the way we've been beating them in the last few games by a set piece, a corner kick, and we scored. Actually, 3 of the last 4 goals against Tottenham has been via set piece. Right, so we're not surprised. They are the best defense in the league, yet they can't defend set pieces, even though set pieces is part of defending. Right. Anyways, they lost. We won. It was a fantastic game. Before I go into the player rating, let's look at some stats, some statistics regarding the game, some general statistics, and I also give you some post-match statistics. And I'm going to be looking at that from Opta Analyst. Right, so bear with me. Let me share my screen now. So this is Opta Analyst. This is the general statistic position. Obviously, they're the home team. They had more possession. Yeah, whatever, that doesn't matter. Possession don't win you games. Goals win you games. Possession lost in the defensive half. We lost more in the defensive half. Like I said, we're very, very wasteful. Partey was wasteful. Ben White was having a shaky game. Jorginho sometimes was not there. But we still had a good game overall, like defensively. Possession lost in the middle third, same as well. Arsenal lost the most. Most duels equal. I don't care about every other stats. Dribble, yeah, don't really matter. Fouls won. We won 13 fouls to their 10. Told you they were coming for a rugby game. It was an intense battle. But let's look at attacking statistics. We had 1 goal to their none. Overall, they had 15 shots. We had 7. We had 4 shots on target. One of them was the goal. And they had 5 shots on target. And that also reminded me, David Raya had a fantastic game, man. David Raya had a fantastic game. It's like he was on holiday last season, and this season, he's showing us what he can do. He's stopping every shot, blocking everything. And I think he also won maybe the golden boot, golden glove. The golden glove gave him some ginger, and now he wants that clean sheet at all costs. Saving magnificent shot stopping performance from David Raya, but we're going to rate his performance very, very soon. Let's look at first half attacking statistics in the first half. No goals, obviously. Equal amounts of shots. I don't even remember that. 3 shots on target. One of them was the one-on-one by Gabriel Martinelli in the 19th minute. Oh my goodness, Martinelli, you need to pick up form soon. I know that you have been training hard. I don't know if it's the game is getting into your head, but relax. You scored 15 outfield goals, non-penalty goals, just 2 seasons ago. Okay? You're a good guy. You know how to finish. You are one of the best finishers in the squad. Right? So get back your morale, get back your ginger, and start finishing chances. You're too eager. Take your chance. You're Brazilian. Dribble them, pepper them, and then score. Okay? You're Martinelli. Shotinelli, score. All right, so that was that. Headed shots, don't matter. In the second half, I know you're like, why you should not start if all of them don't matter? It don't matter to me. I'm sure it matters to you. Opta Analyst, you can see the information yourself, and we'll get there very, very soon. In the second half, shots, one of them was the head, and on target was 1, and that was our goal. They had so many shots. So many shots on target. Shots from outside the box. We didn't even shoot from outside the box. Accuracy, excluding block shots, 100%. Clinical Arsenal, that's what they call us now. But yeah, that's the stats around the game. The stats don't really say much, but it's a very, very intense game, intense battle. And it was a proper North London derby because, like I said, the players came for rugby tackles and their fans were up for it until Gabriel scored and they knew what time it was. Because usually the team that scores first in the North London derby tends to win. And we scored first with a better defense, so it was obvious that we were going to win. And the funny thing is, I was saying to some of my other Man United friends on the other podcast that I do called Run of Play Podcast right here on YouTube. You can find that at Run of Play Pod. tune in. We release our episode every Friday evening. And I was telling them that, we might not have Odegaard, but it doesn't mean that we're not creative, because our creative outlet is Bukayo Saka. And Saka did his thing. In the first half, his crosses were shaky in the corner kicks. But in the second half, he did a fantastic job. Even if it's just the goal he created, that's all we need from him. The magic moment, because he is magic. His left foot, magic. All right. So that was that. Let's look at some post-match facts. Arsenal have won 6 consecutive Premier League away games for the first time since March to September 2013, when they won 8 in a row. So we are on course. 2 more, Manchester City included, and we'll be nearly there. And we've now won 3 consecutive North London derbies, like I said, for the first time since September 1988. So that is brilliant. We've won half of our Premier League away games against Tottenham under Mikel Arteta. I showed that in my preview. I'm not going to go into that too much. It is now just one fewer than we managed under Arsene Wenger. So Arsene Wenger managed to win 4 Premier League away games against Tottenham, drew 11, lost 7. Arteta has now won 3 in a row. So he's on course to smash that record. Wenger will always be a legend, obviously, but we need to also win the league, at least 3 leagues, for him to topple Arsene Wenger, right? The modern day football is more efficient than the previous regime, but title matters, FA Cup matters, and until he does that, for me, Arsene Wenger will still be the greatest Arsenal manager of all time. That's a different debate. Don't care about Spurs. 3 of the last 4 Premier League goals against Tottenham has been from corners, as I said. And yeah, and since the start of last season, Arsenal have scored more goals from set pieces, excluding penalties, than any other team in the Premier League. We scored 23. Right? Which is great. Gabriel Stone Cold Maghalaés have scored 10 Premier League goals that has been headers. And right now is one of only 4 people to have scored headed 10 plus headed goals in the competition. And the other ones were Arsenal players. Olivier Giroud, Ian Wright, Emmanuel Adebayor. And I called his name that way on purpose. I know how to pronounce his name. But yeah, former Arsenal players. So basically, heading is our thing. And Gabriel is getting up there. 2 more. And Adebayor will get us from the top 3, Yeah, we had 7. There was 7 yellow cards in the first half today. Apparently, that is the most ever yellow card in the first half, which is mad. 5 from Tottenham. They wanted to kill us. They came to break legs. They were like, no Odegaard, no Rice. You guys are going to lose the title. Let's kill Saka. Let's kill Partey. Let's kill Jurrien. Let's kill Martinelli. They just wanted to destroy us, but we are strong. With the chopper bar, with the chopper bono. So we are good. We are very, very strong. For those that are non-English, non-Nigerians, ogbono is very, very fantastic soup. Eba is fufu, strong. But yeah, the fun fact I had also during the commentary, it was interesting that today was the day where they've given the most yellow cards shown to players in a single match weekend. So Saturday, Sunday games, a match day. This match day 4. The previous record was 59 in match day 5 of 2023-2024, which is last season. I was confused for a second. I know it's 2024. And now it's 60 in 2024-2025. There were more yellow cards as well in the Newcastle Wolves games. There were more yellow cards. So that one is for the PGM, although I don't care about those ones. But yeah, we won, and that's the most important thing. So let's talk about some of our player ratings. My own player ratings, I don't give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s. I'm only do that for the team. It's a team game. So the team performance, I'm going to give a 10 out of 10. I don't care about the shaky start. I don't care that we're pressed and pressured. Again, we are the away team. We did what we have to do. Some of our players were not on top form, but we stood up for each other. Good defensive masterclass. And I'm sure Manchester City are going to be watching and be like, oh, what are we going to do against these guys? Bryce will be back. We'll preview the game nearer the time. So quick player ratings, David Raya. I like to rate good, excellent, all right, all of that stuff. David Raya had an excellent game. top notch, cream of the crop performance against Tottenham. Left back Jurrien Timber, I would say, also had an excellent performance. To me, he was our man of the match. Obviously, Gabriel got it because of one goal. Usually, a person that scored one goal in a tight game should get man of the match. But for me, man of the match is a person that played well, gave his all. And Jurrien Timber was the guy. He was everywhere. Recovery runs, left wing, even. Oh, come on, man. It was everywhere. It was Martinelli. Sometimes I was wondering, where's Martinelli? Because Jurrien Timber was the one holding, like doing Poro dirty on that particular wing. So for me, man of the match, Jurrien Timber. So excellent performance from him. Gabriel, obviously, as well, excellent performance. He was everywhere. Everywhere as well. Scored the goal. Excellent performance. William Saliba, good defensive runs. Dominic Solanke, nothing for him. Had him in his pocket, blocked almost all the shots that he had. So, excellent performance from him. Benjamin White, I'll say good performance. Yes, he was shaky, but he was still defensively sound. Son, what does Son do? Most of the time when Son comes and sees Benjamin White, you can see him just turning around and passing backwards. So, good game for Benjamin White. Thomas Partey, very, very shaky today, but we didn't lose. So, I'll give him a good performance, right? Because we won as a team. They stood up for each other when people were flailing and things like that. Jorginho also good performance, right? It was not the worst player on the pitch. I think Thomas Partey was the worst player on the pitch to me, followed by Jorginho. But they were playing around our midfield because they knew that our midfield is going to be strong. We had two sitters, so they played around us. So two of them did not have that much of a great game, but they were there to support the teams. Partey had a lot of blocks. I take that back. Jorginho was the worst player on the pitch, followed by Partey, because I remember now a couple of blocks that Partey had to do, but the blocks still like kept the ball in dangerous areas, but at least it did the initial block, and then Gabriel had to sweep up a couple of times to cover Thomas Partey. So Thomas Partey and Jorginho, I'll give good performance. Leandro Trossard, all right performance. All right performance. I didn't really see him much. Yes, he was everywhere on the pitch from time to time, but I don't think he was effective at all. Like Mikel Arteta stopped trying to, I know Kai Havertz is now our striker, but he's played midfield. He wins more duels and things like that. So bring him out to the midfield and leave Trossard like up top. There are a couple of balls that got to Trossard, and I was like, got to Havertz when they longed the ball to Havertz one-on-one. I'm like, if that was Trossard, he probably have done something. But anyways, I'll say all right performance for Leandro Trossard. On the left, Gabriel Martinelli, good performance. Defensively good, offensively weak. So good performance. On the right, Bukayo Saka, excellent performance. Assist for the goal in the corner kick. Yes, his corner kicks in the first half were not that great. You can say I'm biased. I don't care. But he's the one that's always effective in the game. Saka's a creative outlet, as I said. If Saka plays, I always have confidence that something is going to happen because he's got that magic. So excellent performance for his defensive prowess as well as his offensive contributions. Kai Havertz, I would say good performance. Good performance, held them up from time to time and things like that. I don't rate the substitutes because sometimes they don't do anything under Mikel Arteta, unfortunately. Unless it's Trossard, their contributions are not that strong. Ethan, people are just going to rate him because he came on, wanted to see him, but that's all I have to say about the performance. Raheem Sterling, same. What did he do? All just too selfish. He's 29 years old now. He's still being selfish. Went to pass, he doesn't want to pass. He wants to dribble everybody. Come on, man. Right now, the game is about efficiency. Get the ball, look up, pass to the next person. Right? Get with the times, Mr. Sterling. So I'm not rating his performance. Who else came on? I said Ethan. I already said Gabriel Jesus as well. Same. It's just there. I don't even remember any contribution from Gabriel Jesus. So substitute, no rating. Manager, this one, 10 out of 10 as well. The fans, away fans, 10 out of 10 because they're cracking up new songs at the stadium. Some of them I cannot repeat right now for obvious reasons. Very, very vulgar. But it was interesting hearing them even from the TV screen. They were loud, so 10 out of 10 for them. Arsenal fans online as well. Hey, 10 out of 10. Arsenal fans watching from home. Hey, 10 out of 10 because we knew what was going to happen, right? Our next game is the Champions League game against Atalanta on Thursday night. Arsenal has never played Atalanta in the Champions League. I tried to do some quick digging. I saw that we've played them a couple of times in 2021, but I don't know if that was made up. I don't even remember playing them at all. Was that in the Europa League? I don't remember it. So, what do we expect from that game? To be honest, I don't know, but I know that Atalanta are the current Europa League champions, so it's going to be an intense game, right? On paper and in real life. Because Arsenal doesn't really play well in the Champions League. They were a bit scared last season. Even though we got to the quarterfinals, I think that the performances were a bit shaky, not convincing. And this season, this is game week 4, and it feels like it's match week 30. The boys are not really convincing, but they are very, very defensively sound. So I'm hoping for another defensive masterclass against Atalanta. Who to start? I'll say keep the same starting 11 and, bring on the substitutes earlier so that you can rest Saka. We have Manchester City at the weekend. So I'm hoping for a win. Hopefully, it's a win. Maybe a 1-0 or 2-0 win, and that's what I can hope for. I don't know much about them. I don't watch Serie A. So sorry guys, I have nothing really to say apart from my hopes and aspirations for Arsenal to go far in the Champions League. So this has been Daaaft. Hope you liked the video. Subscribe if you're new or yet to do so. Press the like button as well and leave us your own thoughts on the Arsenal Tottenham game and what you thought about the performances as well as my player rating. Until the next episode, which will be after Atalanta, stay safe, use your brain. I'll catch you then. Take care, people. Tottenham get battered and splattered everywhere they go. Cheers. Psst, psst. Oi. Subscribe. Press subscribe. Thank you.